Hello, and welcome back to Killigan's Treasure. It's been a little bit more than a hot minute, but I'm excited to return. I like this lad. He's good. That really just happened, didn't it? The treasure map that guided me here just got stolen from me. Well, down he goes. I lay back down on the drapes, wide awake now. Maybe Bovos really are that important here. And it cost me my map to realize that. I go through the events in my head again and again, thinking of countless things I should have done instead of just letting her go away. At some point, I drift back into unconsciousness as exhaustion overtakes me again. Oh, there we go. I wonder how many towns are in the game currently. Books shuffling around next to my face wakes me up. I groan and sit up, with a bundle of drapes covering my lower half. Sorry. I forgot beasts have quite sensitive ears.
It's alright.
Oh, it's a little tiny boy.
Slept like shit anyway.
Why so? Were the drapes not sufficient? I could give you some of my garments for additional padding if need be.
Nah, the drapes were just fine. Plenty comfy. Couldn't get enough sleep cause we had a visitor in the middle of the night. While you were, sawing logs.
A visitor?
Yep. She got in through the window there and stole my map, saying she wanted some kind of information from the pure scale part of town in exchange.
What? We have to do something. We have to tell someone. Maybe one of the general studies wizards, or the headmaster, or...
No, this ain't something I'm gonna get anyone else involved in. It's my map. I'll deal with it myself.
Can you let me help, at least? I feel at least partially responsible for this ordeal, especially pertaining to how this thief got in here.
She probably still would have picked it open or some shit. Maybe with the knife she threatened to cut my throat open with a couple times.
A knife? A knife? Oh my god. I feel attacked. Goodness, that's terrifying. Shake him. But I'd still be willing to help, however I can. Even as a not even graduated, defenseless hydrotics healer.
Alright, fine. I'll let you help. As long as it ain't hurting your studies or anything.
Excellent, thank you. Oh, and those will be fine. I only need to finish a few reports that I can put off until tomorrow night. Oh, what I can do is assist.
Well, let me get dressed first.
Luckily, I still got a Langol to keep myself decent. No? Of course. I'll finish gathering my notes while you get ready and... Well... Ito? Okay. Oh, no. We can... I guess we have nothing. Return? Am I satisfied with this? I guess.
Alright, all squared away. You can't, wait, you can turn around now.
Splendid. So, where should we start?
I was thinking we ought to have a look around town, see what all this is. Maybe we'll find someone who can give us a lead, either on her or wherever we can find the information she wants.
Oh, that sounds much easier than enlisting aid from a hydronics wizard.
That's the idea. And now, let's get a move on. We're burning daylight.
Well, Mac opens the dorm's door and checks outside for any other people. There's a few lingering students, but they clear out soon enough. Outside, and to the left of the dorm, lies a large stepped platform engraved with the same star emblem that's on his door. He explains that to activate it, I need to cast an Arcanic Jolt, or in my case, use an Arcanic Scroll, on the symbol of the place intended to teleport to. There's one symbol that'll teleport us right outside the main Arcane Academy building, which is probably the best we can get without looking suspicious. Max says I should wait inside the dorm's archway for him to take the teleporter first. He'll see if there's anybody around at the endpoint that'd find us out. If there isn't, I'll wait a few seconds, then take the teleporter myself. Max checks one more time for prying eyes, then sprints to the teleporter. His fingers sparkle as he runs and... He disappears in less than an instant. Alright, he's not coming back. My turn, then. I hustle up to the teleporter and unroll a scroll, pressing it against the emblem. I hear the scroll crackle, but it's not working yet. Oh, come on. Come on. Finally, the scroll disintegrates. My body feels like it gets pulled in a direction I can't even fathom. Just as I see someone step around the corner. We kick the day off with a quick breakfast at the Burning Tail, leaving the academy behind after ignoring a few weird looks from its students. Wait. Myra? Is it Myra?
Myra above! I really miss fine cooking like this. I don't know how I survived out in the wilds without it.
Indeed, this tavern's food selection has quite a unique aftertaste.
The waitress comes by and drops off the bill for both of our meals, totaling up to 24 euros, plus 4 more for tip. What should I do about the bill? Plus 4. Okay, well we can pay it. I fish out 28 euros from the bill plus tip, placing them on top of it before Mac gets the chance to.
Oh, you have enough to pay for our brunch?
Yeah, I figured it's the least I could do to pay you back for putting up with me.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thanks. Aren't you very low on coin yourself, though?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to find a way to earn more coin. I hate to keep relying on handouts.
There's a small shop not too far from here. It's headed by a jolly beast that sells relatively cheap goods and wares. Maybe you've picked up an odd thing or two that could sell for a fair amount to him.
You know, that ain't a bad idea, Mac. Where's this shop at?
Right on the street where we were yesterday. We could go there now if you'd like. But I also have some idea of where we could find that thief. If you'd be interested in hearing them.
Go to the shop or hear out his ideas. I mean, we're still just hanging around a little bit, you know. Well, you know.
Of course I'm interested. What kind of idea you got?
Oh, they're simply thoughts based on what she apparently said, but I have a hunch that she may be found in the shipyard, according to that comparison she made towards you about fish.
You know, that makes sense.
I'm glad. I was a little afraid it would be a stretch, but... However, I also know of another place that may lead to the information she's seeking. Namely, the bathhouse.
What's a bathhouse?
Oh, Killigan. Killigan, please. Ah! It's so cute. It's a building in the center of town that people go to for hygienic and scale care needs, as well as to occasionally converse with others. Did Red Root not have one? The waitress comes by again and picks up our empty plates, thanking us for stopping by and for the generous tip.
We had a river. Most people took care of washing laundry down there.
Oh, it's pretty similar to that then. I'll show you. It's not all that far from here, in fact. Come on!
Oh, bathhouse. Good. After leaving the tavern, we start touring the town on our way to the bathhouse, as Mac tells me all he knows about the quirks and bestial oddities on this side of town. Eventually, we reach the bathhouse right before he starts getting too carried away.
And this is the bathhouse. At last. It was built by both Beast and Skrillzy, people in efforts to bolster unity and cater to specific bodily needs. It, almost needless to say, it didn't quite work out that way. Right now, we're outside the Skrillzy division of the bathhouse, which is generally more upkept than the bestial side. There's another bathhouse over the pure scale side of Eris, purely for their exclusive use. But I have seen them occasionally use this one too, from time to time.
So your idea is, hoping one of them purest scales wandered over here.
Precisely! I realize it's quite a bit to hope for, but it's a simple idea that we could try if nothing else works. Plus, it's always healthy to keep up your scales bright and shiny. Or I suppose the twigs and dirt out of your fur, in this case.
Probably, yeah.
He's right. It's been a long time since I've found a chance to wash up. Maybe I'll swing by here later on, if anything, to get all the forest gunk scrubbed out.
How often do you come by here anyway?
A bit more often than other Skrillzy, or even Academy students. My skin sheds quite often, around once or twice a week. It's easier to peel off by getting aid from someone with claws, which can easily be found here. The Academy does have its own bathhouses, but honestly, I'm not too comfortable with fully exposing myself to my classmates, even for purely hygienic reasons.
No, I hear ya. It's,
Haven't really thought about something like that in a while. Being ashamed of my body ain't something new, but it's something I haven't felt since I was a calf.
the way I see it, if you don't make a fuss out of it, and you're somewhere it's appropriate, nobody will give a shit. It's common decency in a place without decency.
I see. And that's an interesting perspective to consider. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, yeah. It's how it is for us beasts. I still don't know much about y'all Skrillzy culture. Anyway, you said the other idea was checking out the shipyard, right?
No, yes! It's a fair walk away, but I'd say it's our best chance of finding the thief who took your map. Let's go.
Mac's mood perks back up, and he makes a beeline toward the streets. Wait, down these streets? Okay, towards the coast. I'm guessing he gets real excitable from stuff like this.
Oh, look at this place. It's all... Whoa.
They just slid right in there. They're just... The scent of the ocean air quickly becomes a lot stronger as we arrive at the shipyard. Dozens of Skrillzy carry crates of trade goods across docks and onto ships. A few of them are bulky, but most are more scrawny. The only beasts I can see are a few on board merchants ships, and they're probably not from Eris since they look healthy and hale.
Do you recall what she looked like? The dock worker here looked unsavory, but I'm not sure if any of them would be agile enough to climb into my dorm.
Nah, it's none of the people out here. Here. She had green scales and was covered up a lot more than most of these guys. Was probably a little shorter than you.
Interesting. It's exceedingly rare for a Skrilzy to be as short as I am. Even for soft scales.
What? You mean they aren't, y'all's normal height?
No. Most Skrilzy are between yours and my height. But some I've seen are taller than you, Killigan. Likely even double my height.
Huh. I'll believe it when I see it.
We lean back against the wall of the shipyard's warehouse for a little while, just in case, watching the dock workers carry endless amounts of crates on and off ships. It reminds me a lot of the lumber yards from back home, with it looking like a good, honest work. The ocean air brings in a wide variety of interesting scents, all on top of the salty smell of the ocean itself. From poorly packaged meat to the weathered linens of ship sails, it's no wonder there's no beasts working out here. The array of aromas is almost overwhelming. Probably wouldn't be too bad of a line of work if I could get over that, though. And the inevitable seawater soaked into my fur. I wonder how... Whoa, okay. Sacks of crates crash on the other side of the wall, echoing throughout my ears, all along with muffled yells.
The hell was that?
I'm not sure. But it definitely sounded like it came from inside the warehouse.
Let's get in there and see what's going on. Hell, maybe someone inside knows where Tavi is.
Wait! I don't think we should rush in. There's someone else who works down here that's not someone you'd want to meet. I'm surprised we haven't seen him already, actually.
Well, you didn't have to yank my tail so hard to tell me that. What do you want to do then? What to do then?
What? Okay. Come over here. I think I have a spell that might be useful.
We both head over to the other side of the warehouse, amidst a bunch of old-looking crates.
What kind of spell are we talking here? You're not gonna turn me invisible again and send me in there, are you?
No, it's a spell on a much smaller scale. But it still requires a fair amount of precision.
He starts channeling magic throughout his fingertips. Faint waves are rippling across his scales, manifesting itself. Oh my god.
A bubble.
A bubble!
It took you all that to make a little bubble.
Not just any bubble.
Mac makes a circular shape with his fingers, then purses his lips and blows into it, forming a thin film of water between his fingers.
It's a looking glass spell.
He holds his magic-coated hands up to his eyes. Oh. Ah. Amazing. And guides the bubble around me with magic from his other hand.
With this spell, it becomes quite easy to view affairs from afar. Although it's impossible to hear anything from the bubble's point of view.
Sounds perfect for this situation, then.
Exactly! Okay, so I'm going to send the bubble in through one of those windows. I'll let you navigate it around since you actually know what the thief looks like.
Alrighty. How do I?
Here, look through the viewing end in my hand and tell me where to lead. It's easier this way since you'll likely have much better depth perception than I do.
Oh. It takes a little getting used to, but with some teamwork, we managed to get the bubble into the warehouse and towards the source of the noise. From what I can see, it's the aftermath of someone throwing around a bunch of crates, which is about what we figured. The light is pretty faint, but there's piles upon piles of crates, some neatly stacked, but some looking like they're already been breached. I navigate the bubble towards the main warehouse door where the light comes through, shining on a few fingers in the dark. Oh. Oh. Look at those arms. I'll end the part here, I think. So I'll see you guys around.